Welcome to Howard's Opinion, the podcast where we dive into the world of sports and share our thoughts on the latest news and trends. I'm your host, Howard, and I'm excited to be here today to talk about a team that captured the hearts of many this season, the Toronto Blue Jays. As we all know, the Blue Jays had an incredible run, and their journey came to an end with a heartbreaking loss in Game 7 of the World Series. But what's truly remarkable about this team is the bond they shared, both on and off the field. In a recent interview, pitcher Chris Bassitt got emotional when talking about his teammates, saying it's hard to replicate true love and that this group is really, really special. Manager John Schneider also echoed these sentiments, stating that he's never had a team like this before, where everyone genuinely cares about each other. He even went as far as to say that he's never had to hold a team meeting all season, because the players held themselves accountable and empowered one another. One of the standout players for the Blue Jays was Ernie's favorite, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who spoke about how proud he is of this group and how they've sent a message to the rest of baseball that the Blue Jays are back. Another key player, Bo Bichette, reflected on what he's learned from this team, saying that they've taught him what it means to be part of a real team. But what really caught my attention was the story of Ernie's other favorite, Max Scherzer, who at 41 years old still has a passion for the game that's inspiring. And let's not forget about Chris Bassitt, who's set to become a free agent and is hoping to have another chance with this group. As I listened to these players talk about their experience, it's clear that something special happened in Toronto this season. The Blue Jays may not have won the World Series, but they've won the hearts of their fans and have set an example for what it means to be a team. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're diving into the world of sports, specifically the NFL, where injuries and player updates can make all the difference in a team's success. Let's break down some key news. Several notable players are facing challenges that will impact their team's performances in the coming weeks. First off, Travis Hunter, the versatile WRCB for the Jaguars, has been placed on IR due to an ankle injury and will miss the next few games. This is a significant blow given his impressive performance before the injury, including a standout game against the Rams where he caught 8 passes for 101 yards and a score. His absence could shift dynamics in Jacksonville's lineup, potentially affecting their strategy, especially with Brian Thomas Jr., who has had a somewhat underwhelming season so far, possibly stepping up to fill some of the gaps left by Hunter. On a more positive note, Brock Bowers, the tight end for the Raiders, is set to return after missing 2 weeks due to a knee injury. His health and participation will be crucial as the Raiders face off against the Jaguars in Week 9. The team's strategy often incorporates Bowers significantly, so his return should bolster their offense. In other news, Isaiah Pacheco of the Chiefs won't be playing in Week 9 due to a knee injury he sustained during their win over the Commanders. This means Kareem Hunt and rookie Brashard Smith will take on more responsibilities in the running back position for Kansas City, which could lead to interesting developments in their game against the Bills. Lastly, it's worth mentioning that several key players are returning from injuries or ailments, including Brian Thomas Jr., who was active despite a shoulder issue, and Brock Bowers' return as mentioned. These returns could significantly impact the outcomes of games this week, especially considering the matchups. These updates underscore how quickly things can change in the NFL and how crucial player health is to a team's prospects. As we move forward into Week 9, it will be fascinating to see how these injuries and returns influence the standings and performances across the league. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. Today, we've been discussing the latest developments in the world of sports, and I'd like to wrap up the show with an inspiring story about perseverance and talent. You might have heard about nacho average baseball players, but let me tell you about 2 exceptional ones. Montgomery and his teammate. Montgomery, a switch-hitting outfielder and MLB's number 35 prospect, has been making waves in the Arizona Fall League. Despite suffering a broken right ankle during Texas A&M's run to the Men's College World Series in June 2024, He recovered to play 21 games between High A Winston-Salem and Birmingham this season. His determination paid off as he tied for the lead among all White Sox minor leaguers with 50 extra base hits and finished third among full-season qualifiers with a 136 WRC+. But what's even more impressive is his performance in the Fall League, where he's been facing a variety of pitchers with different levels of experience. Montgomery has risen to the challenge, treating each at-bat as good practice for the regular season. He's learned to adapt to new pitching styles and trust his instincts, which has resulted in some remarkable stats. A .435 batting average, .606 on-base percentage, and .696 slugging percentage through 7 games. Montgomery's teammate, Nacho Average Player, is actually a guy named Nacho. Just kidding. His actual teammate is someone you should keep an eye out for as well. This young player has been working hard to get back into the game after dealing with injuries of his own. Together, these two athletes are proving that with persistence and natural talent, they can overcome any obstacle. It's heartwarming to see these players push through adversity and achieve success in their respective careers. As we conclude today's episode, I want to leave you with a thought. No matter what challenges you're facing, remember that perseverance and hard work can take you far. Don't give up on your dreams, just like Montgomery and his teammate didn't. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep your head in the game.